Do you think, just like what you mentioned earlier, because, the content on the company page, LinkedIn versus Facebook,
Right.
company pages are two different things, really. Even the language is different. So,
Right.
for instance, in Facebook, I think it's okay to, well, everybody will differ from their own perspective, but, it's more of a warm market, more of the people that you know.
Yeah.
So the people follow you on your business page. So if you do promotions, you post it in there, that's okay. But what about company pages? There's always a thin line putting promotions there. What do you think? Promotions, announcements, or very specific things like events. What's your take on that, Bill? Because this
Yeah.
is like one of the biggest challenges, and I see a lot of companies do it. They think it's just similar like Facebook, because as we all know, every social networking platform has a different style to
Yeah.
it. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, on Facebook you can get away with putting an event up there, and then the next post could be something like, we got a new computer in our office, and things like that, where people, they can kind of connect with the culture or the personality of the company. I usually
Yeah.
say, like, Facebook is where you allow the fun and frivolity of your company to come through, the culture of your company, and mix it up a lot. Where on LinkedIn, it needs to be more of the professional face of the company, and we're attending this trade show. Come see us at booth number X, whatever it is. Those type of things used on LinkedIn. But I don't want anybody to make their LinkedIn pages become monotonous and boring that way, because if all you're going to do is list your
Uh-oh.
events and your new product and everything else like that, it's going to get lame. So you do want to mix in a little bit of the culture, but in a little bit different way than Facebook. And exactly like you said, it's a different language. So even if you're promoting the same thing, on Facebook you can say, hey, we're going to be there, we're going to have a good time at the show, come visit us, we're going to be serving coffee, whatever it is like that, or cafe, whatever. And on LinkedIn, it would be more of what are the benefits of attending or coming to your trade show booth. It would be more along those lines. So even
More of
doing the
the
same thing.
value.
The value,
Yeah.
exactly. So that would be like the differentiation between the two. It could be the same basic piece of content, but how you describe it just needs to be slightly different.
That's so true, because one of the things that even, as small to medium-sized companies, when they, maybe create content and post for all their LinkedIn, Google Plus, Facebook pages, actually the language has to change a little bit in LinkedIn. Even the content is the same, you have to somewhat deliver it in a different language, because
Yeah.
otherwise people just don't, because you'll have professionals and entrepreneurs. It's two different types of people. If your market is just entrepreneurs or small businesses, you might get away with it, but not
Exactly.
professionals. They're more a little bit honed down, so they have a little bit of a higher expectation, so it's more of a professional, therefore the language has to be professional too. So that's a great thought.